Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The questions requires to construct the amortization schedule. How I construct is I just stated the information from the questions, which is the amount of loan given is 350,000 ringgit, and interest for the first 3 years 4%, which is in per annum. After 3 years, 5.5% also per annum, and then the amount of payment. Here's the amount of payment I calculated using Excel, but not using the functions in Excel. I just do the calculation in the Excel, and then I got 2272.09. Just use the basic formula, but derive from the formula. And this is plus because we have variable interest, so a different equation. And then the term of loan is 300. The first 3 years, number of years is 3, number of months 36, which is 3 multiply 12. And then the question also stated that there is no payment within 18 months. So term without payment 18, and term with payment also 18, because 36 minus 18 still 18. And then we need to calculate J because we got different conversion period, which is interest given is annually, and the payment stated is in monthly. So calculate J. I just using Excel to calculate. I don't use any function in Excel. I got 0.003273774. After 3 years, number of years is 22 left, because 25 minus 3, 22, and then multiply by 12 to get the number of months. And then term with payment is also 264, because not stated any terms without payment. And term without payment is 36, which is the first 3 years. Calculate a J also for after 3 years, and I got this one, 0.00444717. So the amortization schedule, the first column, I use if logical task. The logical task is if A14, which is 0, the column before, plus 1 is lesser than B5, which is 300, the term of loan in month. If true, and then the value will be A14 plus 1, which is the column before plus 1. For the regular payment, I'm using logical task here, which is A15, is a month. If the month is lesser than 10, which is the term without payment, because the question states that no payment made until 18 months. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until 18, there's no payment. The value will be 0. If not, the value will be 2272.09. And then for amount of interest, the same function. If A15, which is 1, is not empty, therefore E14, which is outstanding loan balance, multiply by B11. I lock the cell because the value will be the same throughout the table. Multiply with A15 lesser than B8, which is 36, because this is the value of the first 3 years, and then this is the value after 3 years. F11 multiply with if A15 is greater than 36. I come up with the answer 1145.8. The next column is amount of principal. Logical test is if the column A15 is not empty, the value, if is it true, B50 is the regular payment minus with the amount of insurance. And then for the outstanding loan balance,
the amount of
A15
outstanding
is
loan
not
balance
empty,
minus
then
with the amount of
B14,
principal
which
repaid.
is
Since the amount of principal repaid is negative, so it's then plus with the amount of principal repaid.
then we got 351,145.81. And then I just pull out from here to 300. If I change the period to new, and then I got 12 months, If I change the original 25, I got 300 payment here. Ta-da. So I calculate the total payment, which is I sum up from here until 300 payment. I got this one. And then for total interest paid, I also sum up from here until the end, and then I got 290,730.32. And then the total principal repaid that we calculate, I sum up here will be the same value with original outstanding loan balance, which is the PB. For question 2, there's a given 20 bank, which is ABC until T, and then there's 10 years term of investment with variable interest, different interest with different banks in different years. For the first question, ask to identify 1 year forward rates from the 5 years. Then I calculate using the formula. I just derived from the formula in the lecture note. I got 2.61 is the highest, which is bank I. Second question is 2-year forward rates from 7 years. I just calculate the same thing, put it in the equation. I derive from the equation given in lecture note. And then I identify that 2.84 is the highest, which is bank K. And then for the third question, identify the lowest cost. And then I just calculate using this equation. The cash inflow 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 2,500 is the cash flow, which is the question says that the cash flow is increased 500 each year. Then I'm not using annuity formula because the interest is different each year. So I'm just calculate one by one, this one, and then I got the lowest one is 37.711.65, which is the bank K. The last question requires to calculate IRR. Here's I'm showing two methods, which is the first one, I'm using equation, but I do the calculation in Excel. This is the equation, which is IRR is NPV equal to 0. So I'm using calculator and I got this one. Using the calculator to just estimate where the starting point and the end point I'm gonna use. The IRR is basically 1.884717 to 71%. So I can estimate the IRR falls between 2.045% and 1.670. I calculate the PV of cash inflow for 1.670% for each cash inflow, and then I got 28219.50. The other one is 2.045. I changed the interest, and then I minus this one with this one. I got this one, 881.05. And then I search for the NPV. I'm choosing the greater one from the initial investment to get the positive value. And then I got 507.85. The equation is G14, 1.60% plus with the S12, which is this one, the NPV 507.85 divided by 881.05, multiply with IRR that we estimate, the greater one, minus with the lesser one. Then I got 1.886. Little bit plus minus there because estimate the IRR between 2.045 and 1.670. And then I'm using Excel. For the first cash flow, 0 is the initial investment, which is negative 37,711.65, and then the cash flow 2,000 in first year, 2,500 second year, until The last year is 6,500. So I'm using the functions and the formulas in Excel, IRR function. This one is the values, and then the guess is 0.1. I read back and I got 0.018847173 or 1.88. So basically, if I'm using Excel, the value is same with the value I'm using calculator. So that's all from me. Thank you.